It's mighty thoughtful of you folks to come visit. Most young folks would just as soon leave old folks be. They get weary of the same stories time and time again. Can't think why. I reckon they get better with every telling. I hope you'll forgive me for speaking my mind. I'm just an old woman with far too much time to think. How strange I must seem to be. I'm not so peculiar, and yet I'm remarkable. What's so remarkable about Polly Matilda Merrill Colton? Just Polly alone will do perfectly well. If you want a remarkable story to tell, talk to Eliza, that's where you should go. Or to Polly Matilda. We can't all be Eliza R. Snow, Smith, Young, well, whomever she's gotten herself attached to lately. Or else there's that woman, Miss Mary Graves, one of the ill-fated Donner Party, I'm afraid. She was remarkable too, having eaten a bridle, a belt, and a shoe. And of course, her fellow travelers. She was uncommon, she was of note, she was remarkable, she was a cannibal. For what she'd done to stay alive, she was shunned, but she survived. That's what's remarkable. Such notoriety never was mine. Excessive piety, my only crime. Still I have lived through remarkable times. They were remarkable. I was remarkable. If I'd known then what I know now, would anything be changed? If I could choose again somehow, would I still choose the same? I was a girl from a small town. It was called Shelby, Michigan. Shelby, Michigan. But I won't be there again. When I was 14, my dearest friend was Charlotte Wilson. Well, she was really Carlotta Wilson, but it got changed when they moved to America. Charlotte and I sat together at the schoolhouse, right behind Billy Hollow. We used to write notes on our lapboards and make believe they were from him. I admired Billy for his curly hair and because he was handsome. Charlotte admired his father's sawmill on the river, which Billy stood to inherit. Yeah, you can easily marry rich men as poor. That's what Mrs. Wilson always told Charlotte. She reckoned marriage was the cure for most everything. Then once, the schoolmaster snatched up my lapboard and read it aloud. Mrs. Polly Hollow. Oh, suddenly I felt hot and weak as Billy himself turned to look upon me with the most peculiar expression. Polly, says he, Polly Merrill, like to walk you home. Well, oh, it should have been exciting, but all I remember is the hurt look on Charlotte's face. He accompanied me home every day after that, and he could talk. I heard more about sawmills and wood and lumber than I ever cared to know. Sometimes, when a body gets what they desire, they discover it wasn't worth what they had to give up to get it. I learned that from Charlotte. Of course, other times, something you don't desire can turn out to be a blessing. I learned that from Constance. She wasn't a thing like Charlotte.
But, Mama, do I have to? Well, you know Constance and I are not on speaking terms. She's so stubborn. Yes, ma'am. Constance. Only Mama would name a cow Constance. Well, how difficult can it be? What's all the fuss about milking a cow? Any fool could see how. She's a friendly cow, contented and sweet. Why should she care if I pull on her teat? But remember to observe the feet. All you need to milk a cow is a pail. Simply fill it up, well, how can you fail? Only don't forget to watch the tail. Why is no milk coming out of the cow? It should be here by now. Oh, she's a hungry cow. I'll give her some hay, and in no time we'll be milking away. So the hay goes in and the milk comes out, and that's what cows are all about. But much more than milk can come out of a cow. I can see it all now. So you dodge all the splashes and avoid all the splatters, but you get the milk. That's the one thing that matters. When you hear that plop, then it's time to stop, and you grab a mop or a shovel and you muck it. No, you're stepping in the bucket. Get your filthy hoof out of my pail. What's all the fuss about killing a cow? I could do it right now. 'Cause my hands are raw, my fingers are chapped, and there's still no milk. I think I'm trapped, and it's no longer clear to see if I have the cow or the cow has me. This is terrible. I'm a mess. Don't take this personal, Constance, but this is the filthiest, smelliest, worst job a girl could have. Twice a day forever. Oh, Charlotte wouldn't stand for this. She'd get married, that's what she'd do. Oh, she'd marry some rich man and ride through Shelby in a carriage. The ladies in the carriages that pass me now and then all benefit from marriages to such important men. The ladies in the carriages, I'd like to be like them. I'd love to live that other life. Instead, I'll live this other life till who knows when. Dear God, I humbly ask thee to bless this here cow to dry up. Amen. Mama, does God always get what he wants? Well, Reverend Lackey says that you can have whatever you want if you learn to want what God wants. Oh, I must not want what God wants. Mama, that cow is a vexation to my soul. There she is, first thing in the morning and last at night. Got to be milked and fed and cleaned up after, and I've hardly got finished, and it's time to start all over. I never get done. Oh, Mama, you just can't understand. All you got to take care of is children. What's so funny? Just live one day at a time? One day at a time? Mama, every day is the same. Oh, I wish I knew right now what God wanted for me. Then maybe I could skip to the important parts. I reckon that someday If God doesn't mind, I'm gonna do something different. Oh, I don't know, just different. What do you say to that, Mama? Live according to your light? Oh, yes, ma'am. But Mama, don't you see? We spent an hour picking and fixing these beans, and in 5 minutes, they'll all be ate up. Gone and nothing to show for it. Same with milking, same with scrubbing, same with everything that's women's work. Mama, does God not like women? Well then, why doesn't he give us anything important to do? Oh, I know, but I mean really important. Something folks would remember. Oh, Mama, don't you ever want to do something that won't be used up the same day it's done? Just live one day at a time. Yes, ma'am. Mama and Papa always seem so satisfied. Well, that's on account of them being so religious. Well, I do read the Bible, and I pray, just in case. Of course, it never had much effect as far as I can see. One day at a time. Women's work is never done, and much to women's sorrow. Even if you do it well, you start again tomorrow. Live according to your light. Makes sense. If a body feels to do something important, then they oughta, 'cause they won't be happy no other way. Folks who make things happen, Papa calls them movers and shakers. Oh, I get goose flesh just thinking about it. And folks from smaller places in this have done important things. Ladies, too. Of course, they had to go somewhere else to do it. But some of what they did is important even after they died. Oh, that must be the proudest feeling of all. Only a girl from a small town somewhere in Shelby, Michigan. Only a girl doing her chores, looking out where the fences end. Only a girl hoping there's more than this house, more than this cow, more than just Shelby, Michigan. I'll leave this place, I don't know when, but someday I must go, and there will be another place, and I will make it home. Gonna be one of the movers and shakers, gonna be one out in the world with the history makers. Gonna be one, where will I go, what will I do, wonder if dreams like this come true. Dear God, I reckon Charlotte's right. Maybe the only way out of this present condition is to find a man and get married. Lord, I am nigh on 15 years of age, so please send one as soon as possible, as I am anxious to be quit of this cow and get on with my purpose in life. Amen. What if this is my purpose in life? Dear God, I don't think you would let me feel this way unless there really was something to it. Oh, isn't there anyone who doesn't care if a girl has manure on her dress? Oh, please, love Polly. Amen. There must be something waits for me, but what I wish I knew. And somewhere in this great wide world is something I can do. Gonna be one of the movers and shakers. Gonna be one out in the world with the history makers. Gonna be one, where will I go, what will I do, wonder if dreams like this come true. Oh. At 16, I was desperate. They say the Lord helps those as help themselves, so I did. I helped myself to any social event I was sensible of, and made sure I danced with every man and boy present who was single, under 40, and who had more than 10 teeth. Well, a girl ought to have some standards. Well, perhaps I was too friendly. For one boy pulled me onto his lap right in public and tried to kiss me. I no sooner kicked his shins when another one pinched me from behind. Well, I turned and slapped him with all I had. It was Billy. And he stood there laughing with the others. Oh, I felt so ashamed. I would have cried if I hadn't been so angry. Charlotte walked me home. She said Billy was sweet on me and that I should forgive him if not the others. Well, I decided then and there that I was through with Billy Harlow. Told Charlotte she might have him all if it pleased her. I wanted a man of uncommon character, for that is what I was determined to be, an uncommon character. And if such a one was not to be found, I should remain as I was, cow and all. Then one evening, the brickmaker's new apprentice took notice of me at a barn raising. He was tall, straight brown hair. I sat with the girls, ignoring the boys. Well, mostly. When he inquired after my name, the Shelby fellers fairly hooted with laughter. You can't kiss Polly. Those who've tried, sir, nearly died, sir. If you get Polly on your lap, sir, it's a trap, sir. Ain't a snap, sir, you'll be slapped, sir. You don't want a girl like her, all full of ideas and full of imagination. She's always thinking about things. What would a feller do with such a girl? You can't kiss Polly. Some would like her for their wife, sir, but they also love their life, sir. Wouldn't go, sir, any closer. I should know, sir. You can't kiss Polly. Well, this rascal marched right up behind my back, whirled me about, and planted the most fervent kiss upon my person that I shall ever hope to experience. Well, I slapped him square in the jaw. Oh, this is becoming a habit. Miss Polly, says he, I told the fellers I would, and I shall do it many other times in the future. And there we stood. He asked if I would consent to dance. In a state of shock, I accepted. Your name, sir? Philander? Philander? I ask in all candor, should a girl take a chance on the dance with a man named Philander? What's that you say? Sorry, I missed it. You think my face looks familiar? It ought to. You kissed it. Really, Mr. Colton? Philander, didn't your parents teach you any manners? Oh, I'm sorry. Both of them? So, you're a brick maker. You make bricks. How solid. Well, we primarily use lumber around these parts. Well, I suppose they do last longer. Me? Oh, I'm gonna be a mover in a Well, no one's ever asked me that before. Oh, and thank you. I think all of my rage so soon forgotten. His manner, his look, and his name, all so uncommon. Uncommon from out of the blue. Maybe a dream will come true. And strange as it seems, I think I'm dreaming of you. Just when you never suspect it, that's when you learn to expect it. And who knows when lightning will strike from out sir, if it's no bother, would you dance with me and with no other? Oh, Mama, I have never been so happy or so nervous. My hands won't stop shaking. Oh, why must we decide the most important things without even knowing how they'll turn out? How can you know? How can you choose? With so much to gain, so much to lose. Is this what you felt when it was you leaving your parents' home? Mama, were you confused? Was it exciting, or were you scared? Thanking your lucky stars, whispering a prayer. Oh, Mama, don't cry. I'm happy, truly, I hope. Courted in June, wed in July, starting out new. Starting our lives from out of the blue. Sometimes a dream will come true. No warning at all, suddenly falling for you. Love can appear in a minute. One look at you and I'm in it. And who knows when lightning will strike from out of a clear blue sky. Polly, Matilda, Merrill, Colton. Oh, just think of it. Me marrying a brickmaker, a man who builds, a man who makes, a man who has no livestock. This was a wedding present from Mama. Silver, the prettiest she could find. There were two of them. They came all the way from Syracuse, New York, in a little box packed with straw. Oh, you can imagine how I loved them. Papa gave us a present, too. Constance. You can imagine how I loved that. It was nothing at all like Charlotte and Billy's wedding. Now that was a regular event. Even the bride and groom did not look half as pleased as Mrs. Wilson. I dipped Charlotte a dozen yellow candles for a gift. But it seemed mighty plain when I thought of the fine house she was moving into, with a white picket fence and a carriage and all. So I wrapped him up in my box of straw with one of my candlesticks. I knew Mama would understand. Charlotte never even mentioned it. Marriage was different from my expectations. Didn't solve my problems at all. But it did provide someone to share them with, which was right nice all by itself. Well, one thing came as a surprise. How can a girl be raised on a farm and still not... No. We had children, too. 2 children in 2 years. I shall never complain about caring for a cow again. Charles Edwin was first. Ed, we called him. Just Ed. Oh, I was so worried about that boy's ears. He could hear just fine. I just never could imagine how he'd grow into him. Harriet Emily was next. Oh, little Emily. She was small and dark-haired, just like me. I was pleased about that. I used to curl her hair up in rag strips every night. Oh, she was sweet as sugar. And I was glad to have another female around the house. It was still work, but it had a different feel than doing chores at Mama and Papa's. Even the milking. Women's work is never done, a lifelong occupation. But working for the ones you love can have its compensation. Now, mind you, it was no downright pleasure. There were still times when I'd sit to milk, and in spite of husband and children and all the rest, I'd still feel like that same little farm girl with her cow. Not one bit closer to doing anything important than the first day she thought of it. If you look back, you can usually tell when your life changed. Oh, sometimes the very moment. And if you went back and changed even one small detail, you might end up changing the course of a lifetime. There was a man preaching God's word, preaching in Shelby, Michigan. Things that he taught no one had heard, saying God speaks to man again. And I was interested. I found it strange, he spoke so plain, and I could not ignore that when he spoke, I felt as though I'd known it all before. Philander came and heard the same, then much to my surprise, he raised his hand and asked the man when he could be baptized. Philander Colton, no, you keep your hand down. What? Oh, no, sir, it was him. Excuse us, sir. Philander, are you out of your mind? We have not even met this Joseph Smith to see if he's a prophet. How can you be converted after one sermon? That's it? A feeling? Oh, I declare. We have not even read their Book of Mormon, and what's all this about apostles and saints and gathering to build Zion? There hasn't been any church like that since Bible times. Now there's a thought. Yes, it sounds fine. Yes, it sounds nice. Part of me says, don't think twice. Or should I? Yes, it feels good. Yes, it feels right. But people don't change overnight. Or do we? But with nothing to go on but how I feel. It's hard to believe it's real. Is it changing that I'm afraid of? Or am I scared to find out what I'm made of? And would the future I may find be worth the life I'd leave behind? Philander, are you fixing to join up with these folks? I asked you first. Well, I have a feeling too. But it's more than a question of do you believe it? Our life is in Shelby, how can we just leave it? Just like that, are we going to go? Leave Mama and Papa, our work and our home? How to decide? If all that's important is doing the right thing, then why is the right thing the one thing that's frightening? We're still young and a lifetime's too long for living with choices that might turn out wrong. How to decide which way is right? Mama said live according to your light. But if I choose what's truly in my heart, then it will change me forever and tear my world apart. No matter what happens, I can't be afraid. If you know what you feel, then there's only one choice to be made. Time to be brave, Mama was right. I have to live according to my light. Standing waist deep in the water, standing in cold Lake Michigan, coming at last to the Father, leaving my past in the water, praying that I'll be born again. Who would have thought all of this change coming like that from a man named Party P. Pratt? I'll miss this place, I know I will, but now it's time to go. And there will be another place, I hope it feels like home. Gonna be one of the movers and shakers, gonna be one, out in the world with the history makers. Gonna be one, where will I go, what will I do, where is this place they call Nauvoo? Gonna be one. There is something refreshing and invigorating about making a change and moving ahead. Oh, it's cleansing to the soul. And there never was anything to equal the first sight of the Mississippi River. All that water, moving in the same direction like it knew where it was headed. A river like that, can't stop it, change its course. No, sir. It's going where it's going, and you just get on and make the best of the ride. Some things are like that. When we left Shelby, Mama gave me her letter-writing box, so I would not forget her, she said. Well, I told her she had not seen the last of us. Illinois wasn't that far from Shelby. Charlotte said farewell, too. William did not even step down from the carriage. Said Philander was a damn fool for leaving a secure position. Nauvoo was a name that Brother Joseph picked. It meant a beautiful place. Oh, by this I knew he was at least a visionary man, for it looked like a beautiful swamp to me. That is where Eleanor Rosaltha was born, our third, my Rose. Oh, Emily was mighty glad for a sister, and I was glad for Rose to be born in such a place with a future. Oh, I felt it, and so did Philander. Before we were even half settled, the men built a kiln, and Philander Colton showed them how to fire the first red brick in Nauvoo. We built a house, we built on stone for our foundation. And row by row, we made it grow, our creation. With rugged walls and over all a span of shingles. We made a plan, and with our hands we built a house. My pride and joy, this simple house we built together. And through, in every room, it felt like home. With mortar and trowel and plaster, with glances and whispers and sighs, with work and with laughter and barring disaster, we built to outlast our short lives. Most any man can take a plan and build a house, but only hearts can even start to make a home. Oh, Philander thrived and grew strong from his days in the brickyard. And he was called to be a member of the 70, just like the New Testament. And I cooked and sewed with the Sisters' Relief Society to help those who were building the temple. It was to be a special house of the Lord, where heaven's blessings could attend in abundance. We never missed a Sunday to sit in the grove and hear Brother Joseph pour out the intelligence and grace of the restored gospel of Christ, hour on end. Oh, I nearly burst every minute just thinking about it. Here I was, little Polly Matilda, helping to build something so big and important and lasting that it took a whole city of people to make it happen. We built our lives upon the Lord for our foundation. We built a house to honor God and to praise Him. Within our hearts, we felt it grow, heavenly blessing. We gave our hearts to be the Spirit's earthly home. Most any man can take a plan and build a house, but only God can take our hearts and make a home. We had 2 sons during this time. Lamoni Andrew came in April of '42. Oh, I thought Andrew an especially handsome little man, quite sturdy. Number 5 came in the cold of January and was not well. Sister Sessions, who attended me, was not pleased with his appearance. "Do not become too attached," she whispered. "This one is not for staying." It was a cruel thing to say. All night I held him warm by my side, but he would not eat, or could not, and his breathing rattled. I think I loved him all the more for his helplessness. Since he would take no nourishment, I gave him what strength I could. I named him George Philander after his father, the strongest man I knew. If I were a blanket, I'd wrap up around you and softly surround you, delicious and warm. And there you would sleep while I'd keep out the cold. I would snuggle and hold you in deep flannel arms. If I were a blanket, then that's what I'd do to show how I love you. If I were a rocking chair, sturdy and strong, I would rock you as long as you wanted to stay. In my wooden arms safe in my lap at the end of the day. If I were a rocking chair, that's what I'd do to show how I love you. Sometimes love is not enough. My first light, his every breath was so uncertain that I lay with my ear to his tiny mouth, praying, tensing as if I could breathe for him. At last it was quiet. His tiny lips began to show blue, and I could withhold my tears no longer. The ground was frozen, and Philander could not bury him as deep as he wished, but promised to cover the spot with stones come spring. If I were a song or a sweet lullaby, you could close your small eyes while I'd sing you to sleep. Just lazily listening and drowsily drifting, then floating and lifting away in a dream. Death was such a frequent visitor in Nauvoo, I'd almost become accustomed to it, until it touched my house. It was difficult to be sociable with neighbors who comforted me as I had comforted them, with reminders of my 4 healthy children and others to come. I did not want others then. I wanted only my George Philander. I wondered that the Lord could ever need my baby more than I did. Women's work is never done. There's hardly time for sorrow. With lives to live and mouths to feed, I'll cry my tears tomorrow. One evening, Philander borrowed a carriage, took me riding. He did not know how to comfort me, but he did give me strength. We rode about in silence for some time, until we heard the clanging and the shouting from the brickyard. Oh, I did not like being there at night. It frightened me to see the shadows and the hot, wavery light of the kilns. "Polly," he said. "Polly, the stacks nearest us are the good brick. They will last. Those in the heap on the far end will not." "Mr. Colton," I said, "I understand your words, but I do not comprehend their meaning. Why have you brought me to this place? You cannot make bricks quickly or easily, Polly. Not good ones. A good brick takes longer. If you take it out before it's fired clean through, it will crumble. Folks are like that too, Polly. 30 days to make a brick, bake it hard enough to stick together. 30 days. 30 days is long enough, less and they're not strong enough to stay. 30 days. Shape them square, spread them flat, stack them high and burn them black. Will they stand? Will they fall? Will they hold or will they crack? 30 days. We hadn't been with the Saints in Ohio and Missouri when they were driven out, so it never entered my head that anyone would want to stop us from building our Zion. But some folks just can't abide living in the same county with anyone who thinks different. 30 days! Brother Joseph was killed by a mob of cowards with painted faces. Thus ends Mormonism, was the cry. But we were not the Church of Joseph Smith. After Moses came a Joshua, and after Joseph, Brother Brigham. The road to Zion now lay to the west. Make your choice, make your choice, make your choice, and don't look back. Will you stand, will you fall, will you hold, or will you crack? 30 days. We planned to leave in April, but when the Mississippi itself froze over in February, we saw the hand of God, and we crossed over on the ice. Ready or not. 30 days, the oven burns hard as rock. The kilns will turn the clay. 30 days. Bake them till they'll never crack, till they'll never crumble back to clay. 30 days. 30 days. My last look at Nauvoo was from across the river. The temple on the hill seemed to float above our homes below. Oh, I wish I could show you our beautiful city, but it's gone. The picture in my mind often haunts me, though. Why can't people let people be? Why did the Lord let our beautiful Zion and the work of our hands for 7 years be taken from us? I was so proud of the house that Philander and I built. Nearly broke my heart to lose it. Most any man can take a plan and build a house, but only hearts can. I miss that place. I always will, no matter where I go. And even after all these years, I think of it as home. I decided then and there that I would never set my hopes on earthly things again. The work of our hands goes to moth and dust, but the work of our hearts, all my loves I still had gathered around me. All but one. If I were a shroud or a small box of pine, I would cover and keep you forever as mine. And I'd be your resting place all the years through, to show how I love you. They say when it rains, it pours. Sure enough, it's true. We slogged our way across the entire state of Iowa in spring mud, only to be met by an officer of the U.S. Army. He wanted a battalion of men to march south and defend their country in the Mexican War. Oh, well, we were a little busy at the time, what with running from the mob and all. Brother Brigham promised him 500 men for an entire year. Philander was in Company C. I don't understand. 500 perfectly good men marching off to war. And if you all die, Philander, the bigger heroes you'll be for it. Fine adventure for me, being father and mother to 4 children. The Mormon battalion off to fight, and trailing a wagon load of laundresses behind. Brave men indeed, who will drag 20 women to war rather than wash their own underwear. Such men will be sorely missed. And more than missing you, I'll miss each little saving grace. The little things you do for me, I never could replace. For who will make sure that my birthday's forgotten? Who'll wear the same stockings all week to their rotten? Who'll cuddle and coo with his fine, healthy babies, at least till they cry? Then you'd think they had rabies. And who'll watch me work while he whittles in bliss? Yes, these are the little things I'll miss. Who'll sweat like an ox in the sun till he's slashing, then climb into bed without one thought of washing? Who can't fall asleep if I'm so much as humming, but snores with the force of the Lord's second coming? Oh, who could unravel a riddle like this? Why, these are the little things I'll miss. And who will look after those tedious jobs, like using the paper and leaving the cobs? But who else would sit while I tell him an earful, and not be put off if I'm suddenly tearful? Who else by just winking can make me feel youthful, and ask what I'm thinking and let me be truthful? Who's willing to meet in the middle and kiss? Yes, these are the things, each little attention. Yes, these are the things, the ones I dare mention. Yes, these are the little things I'll miss. Fare thee well, Philander Colton. I will miss you. Come back alive. Women's work is never done, no matter how I hurry. Even when I rush and run, there's always time to worry. Will he miss Polly through the autumn, through the winter? Come the spring, will he remember? And who'd miss a girl like me? No time for ideas, too tired for imagination. Emily? Oh, Emily, I thought you went to see the men off. No, you come sit here by me. Being alone is the last thing I desire at the moment. Oh, sweetheart, don't worry yourself. We'll make it through. We'll just live one day at a time. Well, I don't know what it means either. It's just something Mama used to tell me. Emily, I have been meaning to talk with you. There is a
tradition in our family that my mama passed on to me. And seeing as how you're the oldest daughter and getting so grown up, I think it's time I passed it along to you. Oh, you'll need a bucket. Now, young lady, I did not ask if you wanted to. I need your help. Here, I'll show you how. Oh, well, very well then, be my guest. Oh, of course. How difficult can it be? Other lives I might have lived are different as can be, with picket fences clean and white beneath the shade of trees. The other lives I might have lived are different as can be. The other wives I might have been have husbands safe at home, who share a fire, the work, the life, instead of nights alone. The other wives I might have been have husbands safe at home, with every fork in the road. You choose one future and lose another. But now and then you can't help but wonder, would any of those other lives have ended up like this? I think about another life when all this wife and mother life is closing in. And will the future I may find be worth the life I left I got my husband back a year later. He had been on the longest infantry march in the history of the world. Of course, it was small comfort for the rheumatism he had ever after. Oh, he was changed, gotten older somehow. Suppose we both were. I had another baby that year we were preparing to leave Iowa, Byron Oliver. Oh, sometimes I wondered whether I was his mother or his grandmother. He learned to walk behind the wagon, being drug along by Emily and Rose. Oh, he became quite proficient. Lord knows he had plenty of practice. Outside of Fort Laramie, one of our ox team took sick and died. Oh, I don't know what we would have done if it wasn't for our poor old dried-up milk cow, Constance. She had to be taught to pull. I swear it killed her, too, for she died the day she saw the promised land. If there is a heaven for cows, great shall be her reward. Suppose you've heard about the miracle. It was like this. The Great Salt Lake is the only body of water for miles around, and you can't even drink it. So with precious little water, such grain as would grow is mighty dear. Now they say the Lord will try his people in all things, which is the only way I can explain the crickets. Millions of them. They descended on us like a terrible black cloud and commenced eating everything in sight. Oh, we were in a terrible fix. But suddenly a white cloud of seagulls flew up over the mountains. They ate up those crickets like they were candy, coughed them into the lake, and came back for seconds. We were saved. Isn't that the most disgusting miracle you ever heard tell of? I declare. First Nauvoo's unhealthful swamp, and then this great dead lake of salt in the middle of the desert. Next time we're fixing to move, I hope the sisters might be consulted. Oh, no, I'm not complaining. It was perfect. Perfect. We found the one place in the whole wide world we'd be left alone. Why, folks wouldn't come if we invited them. Folks, won't you come to Salt Lake City and stay for a week or two? Folks, won't you come to Salt Lake City and live like the Mormons do? It's on the way to California. Don't you listen when they warn ya. You could lose your life. At most, you lose your wife. Folks, won't you come to Salt Lake City and see the lake of salt? It's stale, it stings, it's a little bit gritty, but that's its only fault. Drink the water of the West, put some hair upon your chest. Guaranteed it's true, works for ladies too. Come try our great Salt Lake elixir. Granny's sick, one simple fixer. Just a little bit of calmer, not too much, or you'll embalm her. Neatest little trick you ever saw. You gotta get a bottle for your mother-in-law. Hey ho, where you go? No place like it in the whole wide world. Wait, there's more. Folks, if you come to Salt Lake City, then come at the harvest time. Gee, but the sunset sure looks pretty when crickets fill the sky. Come and see our annual onslaught. Egypt had no plagues like we got. Charming little chirps swarming up your skirts. Just open up the door and you have a house full. One breath more and you have a mouthful. Watch while the seagulls swoop and fetch 'em, then fly out to the lake and retch 'em. Got no use for the great bald eagle. Our state birds are regurgitating seagull. Hey ho, where you go? No place like it in the whole wide world. Folks, if you come to Salt Lake City, you'll see that it's all true. That's why folks in Salt Lake City are mostly passing through. Come and see how we survive it. Come and see if we're alive yet. Come, for it's too late. See why we call it great. I can hardly wait. No place like it in the whole wide world. Brother Brigham called us south to the Utah Valley. We lived in Provo. Provo wasn't the end of the world, but you could see it from there. I was grateful for Mama's letter-writing box. Helped me not to feel so far away. They say the Lord will send us all the way out here so we'd be safe. Well, sometimes I think he just sent us far enough so that we couldn't turn back once we saw what we'd gotten ourselves into. Dear Mama, Sterling is finally asleep. It is difficult to be a mother again just now, but 8 cannot be much more than 7, can it? Oh, the children are so grown up. I think you would be proud of them. I am pleased to tell of Emily's good fortune, for she has married Mr. Daniel Jones. He is from... I do not recall where he is from, but he has traveled a great deal as one of Kit Carson's boys. Now, Mama, please do not worry, for he is a good man, as was shown by the fact that when he was most recently shot, he recovered here in Provo and was baptized a Latter-day Saint. I hope Emily has forgiven me for her wedding present, but she must know by now how handy a cow can be. I gave her my silver candlestick as a gift from you. I think she loved it as much as I did. I hear by way of Charlotte that you have the croup. I'm glad she is looking after you. Write me when you're well enough. Love, your Polly. Is this what Mama felt when she was young? to see her daughter grow, then give her up. Wasn't I Mama's girl just yesterday? But she is Grandma now, and I am Mama in her place. And that's the way of things that grow. We have a destiny we can't control. And how could anyone remain the same? The mark of living things is how they change. There's nothing like children to show the years going by. It's nature, though, like seasons. First, they're always underfoot, like goslings in the spring. Then before you know it, they scatter like geese in the winter. Dear Emily, give all the children my love. Oh, Daniel P. sounds so grown up in his letter. He writes so well. I'd love to come visit, but Arizona is so far. We had quite a scare yesterday when Rose got impatient for her boys to smoke the ham. She finally decided to march out to the smokehouse, do it herself. Got quite a blaze going, too. But did not notice the powder horn hanging above. Oh, there was a terrible explosion, and her boys cried out, "Oh, Lord, Mama has blown herself up." But when she stood steaming in the doorway before their very eyes, they could not contain their laughter. I think she'll be a little deaf in one ear. Sometimes I wonder what will become of us in this place. Your father's rheumatism is getting worse, and it pains him to walk even with his crutches. Ever since Mama passed on, I've had a strange, lonely feeling. I guess I'm not used to being the oldest generation. Write me soon. Love, Mama. Is this what Mama felt when she grew old? If she was ever scared, it never showed. And letting Mama go was strangely calm, as if she'd finished here and just moved on. Wasn't I Mama's girl just yesterday? But she has gone ahead, and I am Grandma in her place. Now my little girl is Mama too. And one day, Emily, I know I'll leave my place to you. For that's the way of things that grow. We bloom and have our day, and then we go. But what I've planted here, the seeds remain, and those who follow me will be the links in a living chain. Is that what Mama felt that made her strong? Is that what Mama knew, that life goes on? When Philander couldn't get around anymore, we decided to move. Sterling and his boy Charlie came to fetch us up to Ashley in Uinta County. Sterling and Byron and the others, they built us a house on their property in the Mazer Ward. Took 2 weeks to get there. Oh, they tried to make us comfortable, but I still thought we would not arrive in one piece. Thank you, Charlie boy. That fire is just big enough. Good night. See you in the morning. Over here, Grandpa. Come sit down by the fire. Oh, it's so cold. Can you get down? Well, call Charlie. Well, be careful then. Now you be careful. Oh, Philander, what is it? What? Oh, it's not your back at all. You just sat down on a prickly pear. Here, turn by the fire where I can see. Oh, there's a good dozen spines stuck all over your behind. Bend over and I'll pull them out. Oh, for heaven's sakes, Philander, I'm your wife. There's nothing shameful about it. Now bend over. Oh, Philander, if you could see yourself. There never was a peacock put on a finer display. Now, come on, you, I'll be good. Oh, we're too old to travel. If we don't get to Ashley soon, they can just let down the back of the wagon and slide us into our graves. We're next in line, you know. There, come sit, keep me warm. If you can sit. Philander, unless a bolt from heaven strikes us both dead, one of us has got to go first. Now, if I go first, don't you go marrying some old widow woman. No, you will not. I'll be back for you like a clap of thunder. You hear? A clap of... Philander Colton, you have never stopped teasing me since the day we met. Besides, what makes you think someone else will have you? Look in the mirror, see what it's showing. But don't be discouraged, my dear. Your forehead's still growing. Stay with me now, my old companion, and watch while the lights flicker out over the canyon. Philander, I know you're discouraged about not being able to do like you once did. But we're both older now, and time for young folks to shoulder the burdens, time for us to rest. Everywhere you've been, there are walls, houses, permanent things to show you were there. So the children can say, my father built this, and still it stands. Oh, you can be right proud of all you've done. And if you're not, well, I reckon I'm proud enough for the both of... Philander? Oh, I declare, you'll sleep through the resurrection of the dead. Hard as I labor, what will they have for me? Mother could cook and sew and make candles that burn for hours. Mother was neat as a pin. Mother could milk and churn and make soap from only fat and lye. Stories, that's what. When the milk and butter are gone and soap's used up, candles burned. Stories. Stories. Women's work is never done, outlasting all creation. A thread that winds through hearts and minds of every generation. It's not half as grand as the life I had planned, but I won't complain if I never have more than more of the same. Ashley was beautiful in its austere way, and I received a letter and a package from Arizona. Emily, she's always thinking of me. Well, that's odd. My dear Grandma. Oh, it's from my grandson, Daniel P. It becomes my painful duty to write and send news that will be hard for you to bear. We have just got word from Tonto Basin that there was an accident which took from us the one that gave me life. That is my mother and your daughter. Ma would have liked to have seen you both in this life again. Little did she think she was to go first. Seems it had been raining and the ground settled and a shed fell over on her. Daniel P. said it was over in a very short time. Just when you never suspect it. That's when you learn to expect it. No, it can't be true. I should have been there with them. There must have been something that I could have done. Was I wrong to have brought them out here, where it's wild and it's empty and nothing is clear? What have I done? It should have turned out right. Mama, I lived according to my light. I was only 18 when I made my decision. How could I have known what was in the bargain? I did what I thought was best. How could I know the rest? It's not fair. Mothers die first. This is not the way. I have given everything. You cannot have my children. If I'd known from the start what would happen, if I'd known in my heart, well then, what then? But I chose right. I felt it all along. If I had known what would happen, I might have chosen wrong. Is that why you keep us guessing? Is our ignorance protection? Is it really just a blessing in disguise? Could you celebrate a birthday knowing life would soon be past you? Could you spend the sweat to build a house you knew would not outlast you? Could you bear to love the children who would die before their season? We'd miss so much of happiness, and maybe that's the reason not to know. To free us from the burden of the future and make a space for joy. To make a space for joy. You were right, Mama. Just live one day at a time. A person can know too much. Our lives don't turn out like we've planned them, which shows how we mostly don't understand them, which is how we survive. Lead kindly light amid the encircling gloom. Lead thou me on. The night is dark, and I am far from home. Lead thou me on. Keep thou my feet. I do not ask to see the distant scene. One step enough for me. Live according to your light. When they built the Transcontinental Railroad, they built a line right out Ashley Way. Oh, you could go anywhere in the whole country in just a few days. Philander, he was all set to buy me a ticket to Detroit, then hire me a carriage to see Shelby. That's what he said. Imagine that. Me, riding a carriage to Shelby. Well, I think I just like to remember it like it was, like I was. Only a girl from a small town, it was called Shelby, Michigan. Shelby, Michigan. Gonna be one of the movers and shakers. Gonna be one out in the world with the history. I was remarkable. It's mighty thoughtful of you folks to come visit. Most young folks would just as soon leave old folks be. They get weary of the same stories time and time. I'll miss this place, I know I will, but now it's time to go, and then